Viewer discretion is advised.
But will be completely ignored.
Take my latest run-in with Batsy. It was just last night, as the entire country was tuning into its favorite talk show.
Believe it, huh? What do you believe in?
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger. And here we go.
Hello, welcome to the Wrestling Asylum. I am the good doctor and your new Enter Podcast champion, Harley Quinn. And by the way, Jacob Fatu, you need to accept that match against Cody Rhodes. I don't care what Solo Sikoa says to you. I don't care. Now, let's get to the warden who runs this incredible asylum. The one, the only, the Joka.
All officers.
Look alive, wage slaves! Presenting that caliph of clowns, that mogul of mountebanks, the one and only Joka!
And he has arrived. Let's get the show started, shall we?
Oh, the wrestling gods have been good to me.
Yes, they have.
But you know,
Mm-hmm.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my humble abode. Do me the biggest favor in the world. Like, share, subscribe, stay on the fight, telegraph, tell your mama, baby daddy, baby drama, Google Express, Pony's ass, sister's ass. Make sure you show some love. And of course, check out the Linktree, Off the Top Ropes podcast. Find the merch, find the links, stay up to date, check out the archives wherever you get your podcasts, your live streams, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. And of course, did you kick the coffee habit yet? Did you kick it? Did you kick it? Did you kick it? WNG, OTTR mob. Don't forget. Wear the hoodie and sweater weather, Holly. Sweater weather. It's Dream Alive University, DreamAlive.store, 15% off of OTTR mob. And get the latest bling, GetSoLaced.com, 25% off. OTTR mob, Get So Laced. And, you know, the last few weeks, the wrestling gods have been rather good to me.
Yeah.
And this week, I was walking around as I always do, and I got this big box. Let's see.
I wonder.
It was twisted. So, ladies and gentlemen,
My goodness.
allow me to introduce to you now another special surprise. I bring to you the Twisted Man, Twisted Jester. do not adjust your set. I bring you a twisted jester. Thank you for coming into the Asylum this evening.
Thank you.
Welcome. For those who are not familiar with you, I want to give you the center stage to give them a chance to get to know the twisted mind that I've been in the ring and enjoy thoroughly. But my big question to kick this off with is, how did you get started? What got you into the pro wrestling world? What made you a fan and made you go, this is what I wanted to do? For those who are not familiar with who you are, center stage is yours, my friend.
What got me into pro wrestling? Stone Cold.
Ooh, nice.
My
Oh,
favorite.
God. Stone Cold. Give me a hell yeah.
So where did you start training? Like when you wanted to break in, where were you going right away? Like, was there any schools nearby? Did you know somebody who was already in the ring wrestling? Like, how did you get started with your training?
So one day I went to a Fight Life event, and I asked them where some of the wrestlers where they go to train. Some of them pointed me to Test of Strengths, which Slick Wagner Brown is the head coach and was trained by Killer Kowalski. I've been training for about 2 years now, but now I'm not training there anymore due to issues. Now I'm training at Showcase Pro Wrestling. Another guy who is trained by Kowalski.
What do you want to ask him, Doc? What's your first question?
Well, besides Stone Cold, were there other wrestlers that were inspirations for you when you decided to start your journey to becoming a pro wrestler?
What was that?
Oh, besides Stone Cold, were there other wrestlers that you looked up to who inspired you to become a wrestler?
Stone Cold is the reason I fell in love with wrestling, but Bray Wyatt and Fiend is what, helped create my character.
Yeah.
Ooh, I noticed there was some Fiend elements to your character. I was going to ask that very question. What?
I'm getting like a little bit of Fiend and a little bit of the Joker there.
I see the Fiend. I see a hint of Mankind in terms of the persona a little bit. When you were in the ring training, what kind of style do you like to adapt to? Is it a technician style? Do you go more high risk? Is it more brawler? I'm going to fuck you up, bash your brains in to get the W.
Like go completely all out.
Basically, took the words right out of my mouth, Doc.
So, Bryan Danielson, Zack Sabre Jr., all those, I based my moves off of them. I love technical wrestling, just picking the body apart, stuff like that.
Nice.
So one of the things that I've noticed, and I've watched your work, is a lot of the times you like to work the arm more than anything. When you got into the technical side of it, was working the arm the big thing, or is that just depends on my opponent? If I see something, I'm going to expose it, twist it, manipulate it, that sort of thing. Because some of what I've seen, I'm going to be honest. I swear to God, if they were still alive, you would have flourished in the dungeon.
The Hart dungeon. Wow.
You do.
Nice.
And I've been watching this. What's up, boss? I've been watching wrestling for a very long time, and I can tell you wholeheartedly, your style reminds me of a very young Bret and Owen and Davey, even Jimmy.
The Anvil, yes.
I said I was watching some of your stuff the other day with a friend of mine, and I gotta be honest with you, Jester. I said it to him, guys, we're seeing the second coming of the Hart family wrestling style with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, holy shit, he's right.
Oh.
Because of the way, Jester, that you get in that ring. And it ain't just a persona. It's, from what I've seen with you, it's when you work the joint, whatever you're going to contort, you're going to twist. You're slow. You're methodical. There's like a small hint even of William Regal.
Oh, that's...
I would love to see you learning with William Regal and Danielson and
that would be
Yuta.
awesome.
The BCC at Jester.
Yes.
Ooh, what's
there?
Money.
So freaking dangerous.
Because of the style that you've given to the fans in the ring. How did you come up with the character of the Twisted Jester? Like, was that a slow journey, or did you always know that's where you were going to come?
There's a few things that inspired my character. I am a huge horror fan. I'm a huge ICP fan. So I kind of took, what can I do to create my character? I want to be creepy, methodical. Well, why not a freak show, a dark carnival?
Ooh.
Well, I got to tell you that all those different elements make me happy. Those are the kinds of things I love to see.
Yeah.
I got to ask you, with your entrance music, if you could pick, other than ICP, whose music would you like to come out to? If you had the chance.
Are you asking about my...
Yeah, your musical tastes.
Yeah.
Are you asking about my theme song?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Chucklers.
Ooh.
No, that would be...
Oh my God, what?
Oh.
Oh my God.
Holy crap. I'm thinking about that right now, ladies and gentlemen. Just
hold on.
Oh, that would be so good. Another one I could see you coming out to would be Marilyn Manson.
Yes.
But which one? There's so many good ones.
I would probably go like early Marilyn Manson before, he became very famous.
You mean like Dope Show, Beautiful People, that type of stuff?
Kind of like that, or maybe just even before that.
I don't know. I like, with your character, Jester, I think who you recommended would be exactly the theme song you should come out to. Have you ever thought about reaching out to them and seeing if they'd want to do something?
Reaching out to who?
The band you aforementioned for your theme song.
Mm-hmm.
See if they'd want to help collab and make an entrance video for you of sorts. For an entrance music.
I don't know. I chose one of his songs. On YouTube, just listening to music. I clicked on one of his songs, like, this is going to be my theme song.
That would be perfect, because I'll be honest, I've been watching your stuff, including in Supernova, and I got to be honest with you. I'm like, there's so many different fucking great entrance music for this character. And it's not there. I can't pick just one because the style that you exude in that ring. I can say this. I would love nothing more than to see you come out to something from ICP. Oh, because truth be told,
that would rock.
That would tear the roof off in any big promotion. I don't care where it would be. To see you doing that, I'd be like, dream right here, right now. That is something I want. For me, as a fan, one of the things is, as you've begun your journey, and I ask a lot of wrestlers this question, what is one thing that you have loved about the journey so far? What's one thing that really makes you go, ugh, gets frustrating?
I couldn't hear that last part. What was it?
So what's one part of your journey so far that you've enjoyed and one part of the journey that just flat out sucks? Other than normal, travel and, body aches, those type of things.
I've never thought about that. I guess figuring out, what I can do to bring fear and get myself over.
I like it.
That's cool.
I like it.
I always enjoy like tweaking my character in any possible way. So
what have you done in terms of like tweaking your character on a regular basis? Is it a certain move? Is it a promo? Is it on your way to the ring? I think questions that fans don't normally ask that I have no problem asking is, when it comes to that critique, that whether it's constructive criticism from your peers, promoters, or even that self-critiquing, what is it that you notice like, okay, I can fix that. I can go slower, speed it up here. More of that Jake the Snake when you're on the mic. How have you been able to get, I want to say comfortable, but also saying, okay, I like that. That sucked. Okay, I see where I did that. How have you been able to do that? Like, how have you been able to analyze your matches, if we want to call it, like self-analysis?
So out of the handful of matches I had, I've realized that my entrance, the way, with my music and the way I enter through that curtain, that's what really gets the fans popping, or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm. Gets them in the mood.
Yeah.
Kristie, what do you have? What do you want to ask?
You mentioned you're a big horror movie fan. Which horror movie was the primary inspiration for you to come up with Twisted Jester?
Terrifier.
Oh, there you go.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like mega good.
I was like, wow.
Somebody who's a horror fan, but also, kind of got the weird with horror. Hearing that as your inspiration, that's awesome. Because not many people understand that.
No.
One thing I noticed about you, Jester, is that when you're in the ring waiting on your opponent, the fans are already, you can see that they're staring at you like, okay, crazed clown, gonna fuck shit up. how quick or how slow. You're commanding that already. Have you noticed certain fan interaction as you're getting in the ring while you're waiting? Like, what are some of the things that you've noticed in the time that you've been wrestling from the fans in terms of positive feedback, negative feedback? Whether you've been, well, you've got to be a heel right now. So, I mean, we're in the age again of the love for the heel and the anti-heroes. So my question is, in terms of fan interaction, what has been some of the most positive stuff that you've gotten?
Other than my entrance, I don't really react to the fans or pay attention to them because I'm more focused on destroying my opponent.
Okay. Makes sense.
Makes good sense. When you were while you were training in your early days, what was one of the things that you really wanted to learn the most, like moveset wise? What particular moveset did you want to learn the most?
The thing I wanted to learn most, and I still want to learn, is straight jacket pile driver. At some point in time, I want to use that as my finisher.
Oh my
God. I just had the visual of that right now.
That would be amazing.
I have not.
You still got it, Bob.
That is not easy. I could see that as your finisher. No questions asked. That would be the best finisher for you. The straight jacket tombstone.
Oh my God.
That would be dope. So,
wow.
What's one of your big matches coming up that fans will probably want to show up for? Because I know there's going to be fans that want to see you live and in living color.
So as far as right now, I'm not booked for a match until October 3rd with Beantown Wrestling Alliance.
Okay. Who's your opponent there?
Not sure. I'm hearing different things on whether it's a Royal Rumble or a Gauntlet match. So,
we got gold coming in the possible near future. A twisted champion. Like it.
Me too.
Now, what's going on in Supernova?
Not really sure.
Oh boy.
I heard they want me to, they want to put me in a storyline. I'm a dirty ref for Frank Bones and under his tutorage or whatever. But other than that, I'm not really sure.
Well, if you're under his tutelage, sooner or later, you're going to have to test the master.
Yep. Very true.
Wouldn't be a bad idea to test that straight jacket tombstone on him.
Absolutely.
I would love that. You mentioning the straight jacket pile driver. That's the move that is not, and you hit the nail on that. That is not an easy move to learn. That takes a lot. I see that with your character being the finisher. What have you been using right now in terms of your finisher?
Well, I like to, have two, like a submission finisher and a regular finisher. My submission is the Coquina Clutch, and my regular is a straight jacket face buster.
Nice.
Straight jacket face buster.
That is wicked cool.
Have you been doing some things training-wise in terms of technician?
What was that?
In terms of the technical finishers, besides the Coquina Clutch, have you been learning other technical submission holds, whether it's a crossface?
Yes, I have.
Which, other than the Coquina Clutch, what other submission would you really like to have as your backup. Like if somebody's able to get out of that one, but you still
So
want
the
to tap.
Boston Crab, ankle
Boston
lock.
Crab.
I recently learned how to do the what the hell's it called? It's not the sharpshooter. It's the other one.
Wait a
I
minute.
can't remember what it's called, but
Wait a minute.
I know what he's talking about, and I can't think of it either. Oh my god!
Oh, I was thinking
I
something else.
also
I can't say it.
I can't think of the
I'm
name
learning
of it.
how to do the figure 4. I can do the calf slicer.
Wow.
So you've been developing more of a technical style when you're in the ring, which to me I love. How are you able to take that technical aspect to incorporate into your character? Like, tell people when you're shooting somebody from the corner and you're setting them up, whether it's to hit them with your finish or whether to get them set up for a submission, how do you able to get yourself into position to get that coquina clutch in deep? Because that is not the easiest thing to lock.
Coquina clutch. I just sneak up behind them, put them in the sleeper, and then hook my legs around them.
Ooh, there you go.
It's almost like an adapted version of the Red Rum, in a way. But now, when you get them locked in, are you more here, the chin? Where are you in terms of when you're behind them and you lock it in? Are you more up towards the neck, the chin?
Right around the jaw.
Right around the jaw. Where do you find that? Okay, if I lock it in right here, I'll get that easy. Give them the office. Where do you find it's the most effective place to put the right amount of pressure?
Right in the throat.
Right in the
Choke them out. If they don't tap out, they're gonna pass out.
Ooh. I like this. I like this.
This is good.
So in any of the promotions that you've been in thus far, have you held any gold, or is that something that's coming over down the road here in the not too distant future?
No. I made my debut back in March. I've worked with USWF. Did one match there. That was my debut match. I've had a few matches with TF Crew, a match with NEW, and that's about it.
Okay. But you're going to be showing up pretty soon in places like Supernova. Now, are you just wrestling in the upper Northeast, or where else are you looking to branch out to?
Right now, I've only wrestled in Connecticut and Mass.
Okay.
All right. Are you looking at wanting to branch out like to New York and places? Because I'm originally from New York, and I can tell you, there's a couple of promotions, once you get up and going, they'd love you. Especially Empire State Wrestling out of Buffalo in New York. That fan base loves your type of character. And there's a group of guys that I know would be welcoming you with open arms to come in and just tear shit up. Well, Blackheart's got an interesting question.
Ooh.
Who do you want to face in Super?
What was that?
Blackheart wants to know, who do you want to face in Supernova?
Anyone. It don't matter.
No.
I just want to destroy someone.
You heard it here first.
Oh,
it could be Dante. It could be Yusuf. It don't matter.
Yusuf.
Uh-oh. Mr. Yusuf, I just clapped your cheeks. You heard it here first. We got a Twisted Open challenge getting called out right now.
Yes.
And probably everybody knows we had Mr. Odinson last week.
We did.
And I could see the two of you mixing it up or even forming a really twisted tag team, which would be really interesting as well.
Would be.
His power against your technical, holy shit. That would be back-to-back classics. I just don't know the time frame to give because it would. Okay, we want the, fans and them chanting "Fight Forever" would just be like, "Oh shit, here we go."
Would that be great?
It would be huge to see. And you've been doing this since March, so you're coming up really fast.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that I noticed is the matches that I've seen of yours already. It's this guy's got something. He's picking it up quick. And I've been watching this since I was 3 years old. I'm 39. I have no shame in admitting that. I could see you doing stuff with the likes of GCW, with the likes of Mystery Wrestling with Evil Uno. I could see you doing a lot of that and bringing that unique style in your character too, because you have the inspirations from a lot of big guys like Bray Wyatt. The one thing that I've noticed is when you're in the ring, Blackheart made a valid. Oh, think about that for a minute, Twisted Jester.
Think about it.
Doink the clown mannerisms.
Wow.
Ooh, the whole crowd would be fixated on you.
They'd be like,
oh, what do you think about that? What do you think about that?
Doink the clown.
With a twist to it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Put your own spin on it.
I think I'm a little more psychotic than Doink. I really get a thrill out of torturing my opponents.
So you literally love if I hear the bone crack, it's I got what I want. That's the type of shit I love. The violence, the slow torture. You could adapt the, Marty Scroll finger snap. You're not doing it already. That would be. Could you imagine doing that to Yosef? Oh shit! Sorry, Odinson, but I found it.
Sorry, Yosef. We had to.
And I love what you do. I can't stress that enough. Now, how often do you train every week? Are you training 2-3 times a week, 4 times a week? How much are you doing in the ring in terms of staying loose and everything?
About 3 or 4 days a week.
Oh, nice.
That's very cool.
That's good. So no ring rust, staying limber, staying loose. That's folks. That's dedication right there.
That's the key right there.
That's the key to getting this done.
Yes.
So you're not going to be wrestling till October. In the interim, now, when you're not wrestling, what are some of the things that you do? Are you working on promos? Are you, average, I'm in the gym, or I'm studying tape and watching potential opponents, watching old matches, honing my craft? I see a lot of independent wrestlers in this day and age who aren't doing that. I don't take you being one of them. So what's one of the things you're doing in terms of, like, let's say you're practicing your promos? Who are you watching? Who are you drawing the inspiration from to grow your character?
Let's see, when I'm not training, I'd say I'm either in the gym working out or go back, watch some of my favorites like Stone Cold, Razor Ramon, Bryan Danielson, Zack Sabre Jr.
Oh yeah.
Who are you
Try to study how they do certain moves, and then see if I can learn how to do them.
Okay. In terms of promo work, like on the mic, who are you studying the most?
I would have to say promos is definitely the weakest part of my character. I've never been good at them, but
Well, if you need a talker on your behalf, I'm just saying, you have a forte for the mic. We do share something. And I do think, Mr. Yosef 13, I'm going to tell you now, you might have a twisted challenger when you're done with Miss Wildchild.
Yeah.
Keep one eye open.
Exactly. Be on the lookout.
I gotta say, your in-ring character, it works. I see the hints of Bray Wyatt, especially when you're waiting to go for that next big move, or you're gonna go for the tap out attempt. I think the beautiful thing is, even though you haven't done many promos from what you've told me, and you're doing the strong and that stereotypical strong but silent, you're doing more of Undertaker when he first showed up. Quiet, methodical. He's got the look right here. It's quick when you know it's coming. That, I think, makes the character that you portray so much more intense that the casual fan who's never probably seen you is going to go, who is that? And go, oh, shit. And the fan that's sitting next to him who's known you a long time goes, you know who Undertaker is? That casual fan probably doesn't go, yeah, I was thinking the same thing. The way you're doing that, don't stop. I'll tell you right now, don't stop doing that because it's working every fucking time.
Yes.
Now, in terms of technical, what would be your top 5 dream opponents to get in the ring with?
are you asking outside of technical what moves do I do or can't do?
In terms of technical wrestlers, who would be the top 5 choices for you to want to face?
Who are my top 5 favorite technical wrestlers?
Yep.
Well, definitely Bryan Danielson.
Okay.
Zack Sabre Jr.
Yep.
That's 2.
I would have to say probably Bret Hart.
Yes. The Hitman.
William Regal.
Oh, yes, of course. The good Lord Stephen Regal.
And not really sure for the 5th one.
You wouldn't pick somebody like Eddie Guerrero or Chris Benoit or even Dean Malenko or any of those guys to round it out?
Probably not.
Okay, that's fair. 4 out of 5.
If I had to pick a 5th, maybe Roderick Strong.
You got to.
Roderick Strong, okay.
Rough number. Who? Roderick?
He said Roderick Strong. Yes, he did.
I could see if you and Roddy had That would be a major fucking barn burner main event of the night, because
Yes.
there are elements of your style that would just mesh so beautifully with Roddy.
It'd be perfect.
I mean, shit. This ain't me blowing smoke. And to the viewers watching, you can agree or not. If I'm booking Twisted Jester here, Roddy's one of the opponents that I've got in my head. There's 3 others. One of them's on his top 5 list in Danielson. But the other 2, Red Dragon.
Yes.
I'd have you going up against both Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish.
Bobby Fish. Yes.
The reason being is when it comes to technical wrestling, which is a style that I have loved since I was a very little kid, those 2 alone, I could see 30-minute draws. I could see a best of 5, best of 7 between the 3 of you. Roddy would be the main event, Iron Man, of course. I think if you went if you ever got the shot, even though we know he's probably going to retire at some point, against Bryan Danielson just one time, I think you would go the 60 minutes. It would end in a time limit draw.
Yes.
You can tell you do not get tired easily in that ring, do you? I have not seen you get tired that easy. You are quick, but you have an element of the lucha high flyer in terms of speed that I notice. So my question to you is, how have you been able to use your speed in your matches so far? How have you been able to figure out, okay, I can go that quick here? Your timing, as we'll say.
So how are you asking how I'm able to apply certain holds on people?
So I'm asking that, and how you're able to move in terms of your speed. Because the one thing that I noticed with you in the ring is not just the technical aspect, but you're fast. Like, I see you grab a hold so quick. I'm like, I thought I'm starting to do the, Exorcist that head around 360, as I'll call it.
Okay.
Because you're just that fast. You'll be working the wrist 1 minute, the next minute you got it. You got the arm going like that and contort. It's just that quick. How have you, in the short time you've been in the ring, been able to get so fast to apply hold after hold after hold? The speed of the effectiveness.
Just keep practicing.
Yep.
I constantly practice, one move until I perfect it, and then until I can just do it like constantly, like really fucking quick.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Nope.
Doc, what question do you have for Justin?
I can't think of anything right now.
Oh, come on. You had this problem too.
I did.
For shame, child. For shame. We got a twisted individual.
Yes.
Taking time on his day.
Right.
You can't come up with nothing.
All right. Now one just came into my head. Who would be your dream tag team partner if you were to ever form a tag team with anybody?
Ooh, I want this.
Me too.
So my debut match at the show, Mario Mancini came up to me because he's a guy who's one of the head trainers at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I would love to have you in a tag team with Jekyll."
Ooh, whoa.
And then
Now that would
I've
be
seen,
something.
I watched some videos of CCW skits. So I would love to, at maybe some point, form a faction. Me, Jekyll, skits.
Ooh. Oh my goodness.
I know who he's
Oh,
talking.
yes.
I know what you're talking about. Oh my fucking God. And imagine these three men in GCW.
They would be wrecking havoc all over GCW.
Joey Janela's promotion would not know how to fucking respond with the three of you.
They'd be like, what do we do?
This is the light tubes incident with him. That would go out the fucking window.
No holds barred.
So far in your matches, have you had any like bad violent moments where you've been busted open real deep, or have you not had that yet?
Have I had any like bad moments in the ring?
Yeah, anything bad happen to you yet? Because we got to be careful. I know it ain't ballet, but
no,
we don't want nobody, career going bye-bye before it could really get off and going. Want everybody to be able to do it for a long time. No, have you had any hardcore matches, any blood matches yet?
I've had one hardcore match. So it was June 1st, NEW up in Worcester.
Okay.
They were doing a riot in the ring. It was a hardcore tournament to crown the first ever hardcore champion.
Right.
So far that's the only hardcore match I've been in.
Do you want to do
How
more of
did
them?
that turn out for you?
Terrible. Lost the first round.
Oh.
What? Well, I was facing one of their top guys.
Who was in that tournament? Who did you lose to? Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
I think. Because I read up on that. I can't think of who.
It said you did do you want to do more hardcore matches?
You want to do more of hardcore style, or do you prefer the technician?
I mean, a lot of people don't like, a lot of people ask, where do you want to get signed? And they don't like the answer. Because my goal is to try to get signed with CZW.
Oh, Combat Zone Wrestling. Ooh. That would be definitely. I think that would definitely
be your home.
That would be huge. Because CZW, a lot of wrestlers have come from that promotion, done really well. Yes.
I could see you doing well there. I could see you, because of your technical ability, doing well in ROH. I can see you doing well even in Game Changer, because the three promotions between the Violence, the Technician, and the big name, those three alone, see you probably doing very well, having a lengthy career.
Yeah.
One thing that I will say is, so in terms of hardcore, who would you want to have? Let's say this is a match that hasn't been seen since July 25th, 1999. First Blood. If you had a down,
oh my God,
nasty feud, and the only way you were left to settle is it ain't no little trickle of blood, as Austin said. You got to make a fucking donation to the Red Cross. Who do you want that one to be with if you ever got the chance to have a First Blood?
I would love to have a lot of people tell me I'm an idiot for this. but I would love to have a death match with Nick Gage.
Oh my God. MDK. Excuse us for one. Well, so.
That's bringing a tear to my eye because that's making me happy. And I don't cry often.
I would.
That is the first blood between Twisted Jester, Nick Gage, main fucking event.
Yes.
I book it.
Yes.
But we can't just book it to book it. I would want to drag it out. I would want to drag that out with you 6 months to a year. I want to get you to where you're so fucking pissed. You are beyond livid. Here's how I see it. I'm going to pretend to be the authority figure. I have you two in the ring after beating the shit out of each other in a brawl, and I go, all right, fuck this. Enough is enough. You two want to fucking kill each other? Okay, I got a solution. I got a fucking solution to this shit. Nick Gage, Twisted Jester. I'm going to put you in a match so violent, so gory, so R-rated. Folks, keep your children at home.
Yes, please.
For all you don't show up, as Paul Heyman would tell you. If you want to be a coward, don't show up.
Right. Just don't.
But I would turn around and look at you and go, Nick Gage, Twisted Jester, main event. You two are going to bleed, boys. Ain't no motherfucking little trickle of blood. I want July 25th, 1999 violence. Austin Taker, end of an era violence. Personified. First blood.
Yes.
I would put that on paper, motherfucking you. With the warning, the main event of this show is not meant for those with weak constitutions. If you have weak constitutions, well,
this ain't for you.
This ain't for you, so shut the fuck up. Otherwise, sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and to everybody who's ordering this just for the main event, get ready to see some really twisted shit that you ain't seen in 25 fucking years.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't going to be sanctioned. Nick Gage, Twisted Jester. I've got medics in the back for when this is over.
Yes.
Gentlemen, just promise me no life snuff. Please. Nope. Just beat the shit out of each other. Have at it. Have fun.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
And I'd just go into Judge Mills Lane mode and just tell everybody, let's get it home.
Yes.
I would book that. I see that. What made you fall in love with the hardcore matches, the death matches, all that? How did that come about? The love for that type of wrestling style. Where did that? Is that just from your love of, the horror films and whatnot, or was that always something that you enjoyed too?
It all started back when I first got into wrestling. When I first fell in love with wrestling. It was back during the Attitude Era ECW days, and
so you liked a lot of the Sandman and Tommy Dreamer and Raven. So you were liking a lot of what they were doing. You were liking Cactus Jack. Did you also like to? I know you had to have loved Terry Funk and Chainsaw Charlie with that.
Mm-hmm.
If that was around that time, wasn't it? But you draw a lot of your hardcore style from ECW, I take it. If you could go back in time and be in that locker room, Who's the one guy you would want to face in ECW the most? Who's the one talent? The one guy on the whole ECW roster that you'd want to face?
Excuse me.
What were you asking?
If you could go back in time and you were on the ECW roster, who is the one guy in that locker room you would want to step in the ring with, and why?
I would have to say Terry Funk or Mick Foley.
Ooh.
Oh, you want to step in with the gods? I love that. Just
that is awesome.
right
Maybe even Sandman.
Even
would you
better.
ever want to face Raven, or would you rather tag with Raven? I could see you going barn burners with Foley. Holy shit. And Miss Cactus Jack. Ooh, that would be fun. What made you fall in love with that style?
Just the possibilities are endless.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What made you fall in love with ECW the most?
Fall in love with hardcore matches or death matches or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys back then. But what really got me into it was Kenny Omega and John Moxley, the exploding barbed wire match.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god!
I remember when it. Yeah, I was a little disappointed with what happened at the end.
Yeah, the ending of it was.
The ending was a bit anticlimactic, but
but I will say this: the two of them going the hell was worth it. Hadn't been seen in the Americas before. You only could see it in Japan. I like that. I really do.
Yeah.
So when you're not in the ring, what do you enjoy doing? Like everyday type stuff.
Sorry, what was that? When I'm not in the ring or something?
When you're not in the ring or you're not performing, what are some of the general hobbies and interests you enjoy doing?
Not sure.
Some people have hobbies.
Are you asking what do I do when I'm not
like
in the
hobbies?
ring?
Like when you're not in the ring, you enjoy like going to concerts. What are some of the things you enjoy doing when you're not wrestling? Or torturing poor souls?
Just landscaping.
Oh, nice. Not bad. Nice.
No.
I would say landscaping and just watching wrestling.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
Now, Doc, what other questions would you like to ask our twisted guest today? You know, his time is precious.
That's true. Oh, where do you see? I had it on the tip of my tongue there for a minute. Let's see. Who would be your? Do you ever see yourself maybe traveling, like wrestling overseas, like England or Japan or?
I would love to go to, wrestle out in Japan, but there's just one issue.
What's that?
I don't do planes.
Oh,
it's okay. It happens. Everybody sometimes has a little plane fear. I get it.
True. Very true.
I get it. Trust me. Still, out of all the other methods, safest way to travel. She plugged. Sorry, couldn't help it.
Sorry.
But for you, actually, you probably wouldn't even have to necessarily fly to Japan. Remember, New Japan has a dojo in LA. You could hit the train and boom, there you go.
Getting in there with
LA dojo with New Japan.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
So you're basically not booked for the month of September. Yo, Connecticut, you got a twisted performer here.
Come on.
Good at what he does. He likes to inflict the violence. What gives?
Yeah.
Welcome, damn it. Don't make me have to get medieval on somebody's ass.
No.
Mr. J don't want to be that mean, but he'll do it if he's got to.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to be wrestling October 3rd and 4th. Is that correct?
October 3rd is a definitely, but 4th, I'm not sure if I'm in a match. They do want me to do, continue the dirty ref storyline or whatever with Frank Bones. But hopefully they put me in a match.
Yeah.
Ooh, I could see you doing that. Well, first and foremost, I will tell you, continue what you are doing in that ring. I loved watching it. You are tearing it up. I expect within another year, you're probably going to get your wish and be with CCW.
Oh, yeah.
Because the way you continue to grow in terms of your style, both the blood matches and your technical ability, I want nothing but the best for you.
Yes.
As a fan, I want nothing short of the best for you. Because my dream would be to see you sitting under the learning tree.
Can't hear your
of William Regal and Brian Danielson. Not good.
No.
We got a problem.
No.
Did we get him back?
We got him back.
We got him.
Yay.
Right. I want to see you sitting under the learning tree of Brian Danielson and William Regal. I want nothing short of the best for you.
Absolutely.
Because to me, you are a breakout. You are going to break out in a way that I have never imagined. You found the right character. You are quiet, calculated. You have elements and an aura about you that I guarantee that first-time fan that sees you, you're going to see them and they are going to go, I want his shirt. I want to meet him.
Yeah.
I promise. And I have said this many times. There are talent that I have. Christy can attest to this.
Yes.
Two of my late friends, I wish they were still here. I was 7 years old watching WCW and the Dangerous Alliance. I said it then and I was right. I called the rise of the Texas Rattlesnake. Everybody made fun of me for being a fan of Stunning Steve. Hello, Bobby. Welcome. You're late to the party. Come on in. But I foresee that with you. You are on that path. Don't change.
Just keep going.
Keep your style. And even if you find a manager for the promos, that's going to give.
Wow.
Oh, that's just going to enhance you even more. That's going to grow you to a level that you could only...
Remember how we were talking about factions, how I said Jekyll and Skits?
Yep.
Who do you want
Skits
as...
does phenomenal promos, so if
Oh.
I can get, you know, if
Absolutely.
I can actually... So if
Yo,
I can actually
Skits.
get Skits and Jekyll and, you know, form this
Jekyll.
faction,
Oh, yeah.
Skits just has to cut the promos,
Yeah.
and we're fine.
Folks,
And then
if you are twisted and a little... send this to Jekyll and Skits.
let those two
We
people
have
know.
an idea that will shock the system. Do not copyright us for that Undisputed
No,
Era reference.
Please don't.
WWE.
Please don't.
But like I said, thank you, Bobby.
Thank you, Bobby.
Are on that trajectory. Doc, what else do you want to ask this nice, young, twisted individual today? Because I can't think of anything else I can ask him right now.
Same. I can't think of anything. Don't have any
But
more questions.
before we go to break
Mhm.
and everything, first, I want to thank Twisted Jester for coming in today. It is a pleasure to meet you and have a chance to sit and talk with you and get to know you a little bit. But I'm going to give you the floor to tell the people at home what's going on and how they can find you and keep up with what you're doing inside the squared circle.
All they have to do is look. All they have to do is look for the Freak Show. They'll find me there.
Do you have anything on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter?
I do.
Go ahead and plug that too.
What was that?
Go ahead and plug that as well so that we can share that with everybody. Where can they find you on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram. Driss.
Where do they find you?
What was that?
How do they find you on Instagram?
Just type in my name.
Twisted Jester.
Well, I gotta say, this was definitely fun getting to know you. Keep up the twistedness. And I expect in a year to see exactly that faction.
Yeah.
You are very driven, very focused. You're gonna get it. I have a hunch. But folks, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Make sure you go to the bathroom, because in the second half, we're going to have our Wrestler's Life Chamber. We're going to talk about the excellence of execution, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah.
And then Pete Dunne.
Oh my God.
You fitting to get fried. You fitting to get it. But Jester, I want to say thank you so much for coming out today, giving us your time. We know it's precious. With that being said, folks, we'll see you in a little bit. Make sure you go to Instagram, follow the Freak Show.
Yeah.
And hey, to all the promotions in Connecticut, it's September. We're already going towards the freakiest day of the year. Book my boy Twisted Jester, damn it.
Do it.
We'll catch you after the break.
Yeah.
Come over here, you Calling Gordon. Calling Captain James Gordon.
my name.
Love that Joker.
Uh-oh. He don't look happy. He's been using Brand X. But with new Joker brand, I get a grin again and again.
That luscious tan, those ruby lips and hair color, so natural, only your Undertaker knows for sure.
Love that Joker.
So remember, put on a happy face.
Believe it, huh? What do you believe in?
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
Something done right, do it yourself. WWE Originals, 17 original tracks, featuring Chris Jericho, Stacy Keibler, John Cena, Rey Mysterio, and many more of your favorite WWE superstars. Pick up your copy and receive a bonus 30-minute DVD with special footage of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
On the count of three, I want y'all to spit it. 1, 2, 3, can you hit me?
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it again.
Yes, we are.
But today, I want to give our twisted guest, Mr. Twisted Jester, another thank you for coming in. Continue to do what you're doing, buddy. We'll be watching. And
we will.
Happy entrails to you, all his victims.
Yeah. Yes.
But now we talked to an up-and-coming technical wrestler. And when I opened up my wrestler's life chamber, well, he is the best there is, best there was, the best there ever will be.
Yes.
I'm talking about Bret, the Hitman Hart. Now, Bret Hart is the son of icon Stu Hart, who Bret would, at the age of 19, not only win the British Commonwealth Games up in Canada in wrestling, but would, along with his big-ass freaking family, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of kids and a lot of, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But Bret, along with his brothers and Canadian Stampede Wrestling, eventually Bret would tag with his brother-in-law, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, in the 80s to form the legendary original Hart Foundation, led by the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Of course, Bret would then go on to singles competition, where he would become a former multi-time Intercontinental Champion, but he would be a 5-time WWF World Champion. Of course, we all know what brought his career to an untimely end, the infamous Goldberg super kick in 2000, which would then lead to the infamous stroke in 2002. By 2004, he would then work out a DVD deal of his best matches. And in 2006, he would then take the highest honor, the WWE Hall of Fame. But there was one thing still lingering. That's right. Bret Hart isn't just known for who he is as a wrestler, but for the most infamous, story-changing moment. I'm talking about the Montreal Screwjob, which we also discussed last week in our analyzed chamber. Folks, Bret the Hitman Hart, to win his first world championship in Saskatoon, took on none other than the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Woo!
And defeat him in front of his hometown, home country, and be able to win it in front of his mother and father.
Yes.
Now, one thing about Bret, I think everybody knows, is how close he was to his late brother Owen.
Mm-hmm.
And that to this day, Bret still hasn't been able to work out well.
Mm-hmm.
That one incident in 1999.
Oh, jeez.
And discuss finally hashing it out with his own sister. Maybe they will.
Maybe. Who knows?
But Bret the Hitman Hart was known for his in-ring technician ability. His father, Stu, the basement, known as the dungeon, I might add, also produced the likes of Lance Storm,
Mm-hmm.
Chris Jericho, and only one woman.
His own niece, Natalia.
His own great niece, that's right, Natty.
Mm-hmm. She's gone on to great success on her own as well.
Right. Now, for Bret, a big historic moment was the montage leading up to the infamous Iron Man match between him and Shawn at WrestleMania 12.
Woo.
Well,
Coincidence? I think not.
I think it's no coincidence we got a taste of the dungeon. Stu would, let me show you how to work the arm hand. The next thing you know, you were seeing stars, and if you didn't give him the business, it means you was one tough motherfucker, and then when you passed out. Now, see, if he wanted to get you to submit, this is really all he'd really need to do. I mean, that's all it would take to get me to tap out is.
Well, yeah.
Hey, Bailey.
I'll let you boy.
Knows you're still single. I'll let you boy. Oh, I can make that smile laugh alone.
Oh yeah, like a pony. I'm a pony. I'm a pony.
Yeah. But I will tell you,
right,
ladies and gentlemen, okay? Bret Hart getting to see Stu teaching him holds from the pressure to the neck to the arm. Bret was one of those style technicians that when you got that did not usually gain favor with the fans. He got over not just in Canada.
All over the world.
Name all over. You'd go to Britain. He got cheered.
Yeah.
SummerSlam 92. Wembley. Him and British Bulldog for the title.
Yes.
Cheered. Germany. Cheered. Japan. Cheered.
Yep.
Back here in the States, minus the little shit between him and Shawn and Stone Cold, cheered. Canada, he was a god. And here's an irony. A couple years ago, he was at a Comic-Con in Falls. You had a line around the fucking building twice over to meet that man alone.
He's a legend.
Just to meet him. He literally had to come in all 3 days. He was originally promised for one. He had to do all 3 because of how much Canadians love the Hitman.
Yep. Oh, no. Please. You just made Mr. J sick, boss. Oh my God. He's gonna puke. Oh fuck. Oh.
Reaching foul. That boy is reaching. Shit is straight cap. You.
Emotional, damn it.
We do not want to talk about that kind of fetish, folks.
No.
Unless it's, we're tickling something, in which case that would be a little funny.
That's a whole different.
A little, as the Deadpool, as my counterpart, the Deadpool would say, "You've got a nice, smooth pair of criminals there down under."
Bruce, hurry!
Squidward, really?
But in all seriousness, Bret, I guess we will have. Think about it.
Now we know what you mean, boss.
The boss wants to bring this up. Fuck it.
Let's do it.
Let's get it over with.
Let's do it. All right.
I'll do it. Fuck it. I don't care.
Okay.
Bret has a right to be pissed.
Yes, he does.
I'm beforehand. Hold up, because I gotta issue this.
Yeah.
Warning. The following scene contains language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
You've been informed.
You have been.
Mr. J vulgar mode is about to begin.
Get ready for it.
So, let me talk to you for a moment. All right? I get. Ew!
Not again!
Ew, you sicko.
No! Ew!
Damn! What's this talk about dick? Ew.
What?
God, oh my.
Oh, it's crazy.
Never mind. Never mind. I'm not going to go there right now.
No.
I'm not going to go there.
Save it
the
for
conversation later. Is about. I get why Bret is pissed with no remorse. Okay? First and foremost, Bret had a fucking obligation to get checked out after the motherfucking match. Bret, I am a fan. I said this to you when we talked because I met you. Unfortunately, didn't have enough to get a picture with him.
Oh,
didn't have enough to get his autograph. I just got to find out where the hell I stored it. Okay? You and I talked, and I told you, motherfucker, you should have had your ass in the hospital that goddamn night. I told you. You were the one that knew more. You got kicked. You got concussed. You should have been in a fucking ER room that night. You would have prevented the stroke in 02 that almost put you in a fucking wheelchair because you fell off a goddamn bike on a routine bike ride just to do cardio.
Ooh.
Okay? Here's a flash for you, Bret. Had you fucking done it? Motherfucker, we would have got our wish. You dumb, simpleton-did, dumb fuck. Do you not get it? Excuse me, Doc, I need the center for a minute.
Okay.
Right. Had you fucking done this shit? Oh, I don't disagree. Okay? Mm-hmm. Had you fucking done what I'm about to tell you? Guess what we fans could have got? When you went to bury that goddamn hatchet in 2010? We could have got the fucking rematch from 97 that we could have seen. One time. One last time, you and Sean. One. To settle it. What the hell are you thinking? Okay, Bret, you had it. You want to get mad because he hit you in the head? You dumbass. You're acting like this is fucking ballet. It ain't ballet, Bret. Okay? And no offense, he's apologized to you. I don't know, however many fucking times. On TV, on podcasts. I mean, do you want to sniff his jockstrap? Do you want to, a little?
Oh, yuck. Yeah.
Right? Are you secretly coming out the closet? Or half the closet? I mean, the fact that you couldn't do the basic shit that you are supposed to fucking do. Bret got a little pissed at me when I said it to him, but he respected me for it in a calm, nice manner. Okay? Wasn't a dick about it. I told him straight to his face. Okay? I know what he's talking. I know what Blackheart's talking about. Okay. Let me tell you something, Bret. Jesus Christ. You could have had one more fucking run. Imagine what we might have gotten out of it. You and John Cena. You and Edge. I'll give you one, and I don't know if he would have been able to do it. Austin. How about the one match we never got? We never got this one. You ready, Doc? You ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You and Dwayne. All you had to do was go fucking get checked. I get it. You were 6 shades of pissed when Vince screwed you. I get it. You didn't like how Bischoff was booking you. It took Bischoff getting sent home. I get all that. God damn, I didn't think I'd have another mini rant in me, but fuck, here we are.
Oh boy.
Bret Hart, you gave us great moments.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up watching a lot of them. You did too, I know this.
I did.
But motherfucker, get off of William Goldberg's dick. Get it out of your ass or out of your mouth, whichever one it's in right now, and let this go.
Please.
Okay?
Bret,
it's
please.
bad enough. It's bad enough.
What?
I mean, the visual alone.
Emotional.
I mean, I want to do this when I hear you bitch about him. Yeah, we out.
Mm-hmm. We out.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. How do you even let that happen?
Bret, you were the bigger pro. You could have gone off on Bill, or better yet, got medically cleared and got your shit straight, then given your receipt.
Yeah, I know, boss.
Hang on.
I seek, I poisoned, I destroy, I leave.
And he knows I love him for it.
Yeah.
Okay? One of my favorite moments in Bret's career was him doing the honors in Wembley for Davey Boy.
Yes.
The best thing we got before his untimely death was the second coming of the Hart Foundation, where he got to team with Owen.
Yeah.
When they were doing the thing with DX and whatnot. Then we got the best part was, if it wasn't for Bret,
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't have got the rattlesnake.
Nope.
That is what we as fans got. So Bret, let it go.
Please.
Let it go.
Let it go.
I'm not
You're
going to
a two-time
sing
Hall of
the
Famer.
song. I'm not going to be like in Frozen. Let me go. Let me go. Here's how it's going to be. Let me poo. Let me poo. Let me poo. Jimmy tries the video. We go number 2. At Bret Hart's face. So he will stop his incessant dick riding shit with Goldberg. Bro, if you're this hell-bent after all these years, here's a thought. You both have a Legends contract.
Yes.
Call him out. No wrestling match, just a fight. Settle that fucking shit. Be done with it.
And walk away.
And drop it.
Exactly.
Don't want to see another one of these while you're tickling his balls or his taint. Damn.
Oh, God.
You know, last season in some of my chambers, I had these mini rants, as you all well know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And I didn't think I'd have another one in me. But goddamn it,
Oh,
Bret.
dear God.
How did
You did it. How dare you, Bret? You did it. It's your fault.
Keep it up. Keep riding Goldberg's cock. Because, motherfucker, sooner or later, I'm going to put you in the chair.
Oh,
Keep
God.
it up. Don't keep it up. You fucking keep it up, bitch.
Keep going.
Keep it up.
You're in sheer
I'm gonna be
deep
listening.
shit.
Keep it up. Motherfucker, I'm going to be listening. Keep it up. This much. This goddamn much. I swear to God. You're going to see me. You're going to tempt me to break out 89 Joker look.
Oh,
You really want to go down that path?
Do you really want him to channel that? I don't think so. You don't.
It's bad enough I can almost get the full grin.
Oh, dear God.
Jesus Christ. I mean, for the love of everything holy, folks, when we all
Please.
agree we are done watching Bret Hart jump and butt. If this gets me canceled, I don't know what will. But Bret is doing this and this and this and this on Goldberg's penis when it comes to all this shit. Bret, we get it. You're pissed he fucked you up and you end up ending your career sooner than you want.
Right.
But you played a role. And now, suck it up, Buttercup. Fucking deal with it. This is the one thing that, and I speak for everybody that I know. When I say this is the one thing about the wrestlers, in some cases, that I have no sympathy for. When it's bullshit like this. Okay? Yes, Goldberg has admitted he fucked up. But guess what, dumbass? He was still a fucking rookie.
He was.
You didn't think to maybe sit him down and say, listen, I'm not in the best shape for this match, but I'm doing a solid, I'm gonna call it out to you. Boom, 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 boom. You don't think for a minute Goldberg wouldn't have sat there and said, okay? Okay? Yes, I get it. You told him not to land the kick. He landed the kick. Accidents happen.
Yeah, it's not ballet.
Don't let that taint your legacy. Or you're going to make this the new Montreal screw job. Because guess what? You were able to hash it out with Sean. And guess what? Here's a spoiler alert. Seeing as how this is becoming a theme, next week on the Wrestling What If Chamber, second thought, I'm going to let you all stew till later. We'll discuss that later. But folks,
yes.
I want to know what your favorite Bret Hart match was. For me, it was him and Austin Mania 13 because nobody expected Austin to be able to go against Bret in a submission match. And the guest referee is the guy that basically built the UFC in its early days. Who was that guy? Oh, yeah, Ken fucking Shamrock. That's right.
Oh, yes. Ooh, okay. There you go.
Well, I'm going to be that's up there in my list. That's up there in my list. That's my favorite of all time. Austin and Hart 13. I'm not knocking WrestleMania 12 between Bret and Shawn.
No.
But because Austin had an injury,
yeah,
they didn't know if he was going to be able to do it. And the fact that Austin, and I'm not kidding, Austin in one night, I
was going to mention it was WrestleMania. Which one was it? 13.
Him and
13. Is that the one where? Oh, gee, ladder match.
I forgot about that
91.
one. I forgot about that one.
My favorite Bret moment is Bret and the Anvil versus Demolition for the WWE or WWF World Tag Team titles. I think it was 1990. I think it was. I don't remember the event.
89 or 90, one of the two. I think it was a Saturday
One
night,
of the two. Yeah, it was one of the two. That was pretty cool.
What about the one where he faced Owen at Mania 10 was your favorite? What about that match? Because I think for me personally.
Yeah. Another one of these is Hitman versus the British Bulldog with Bret's sister, then Davey Boy's wife Diana in the crowd at SummerSlam 92.
Oh, that.
Oh God, you can see the conflict on Diana Hart-Smith's face when she's watching her brother and her husband compete for the title in front of her, and God knows everybody else. That was crazy.
Are you sure about that?
They played with that emotion very well.
Oh, they did. It was brilliant.
Oh, I mean.
Oh, Boss has another one. That's what Royal Rumble 96. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one very much so. I would have to, you know what? And here's a fun fact, folks. We never got The Rock against Bret Hart.
No, it would have been, I think it would have been a hell of a banger had we gotten Hitman versus The Rock.
I think if you would have had The Rock and Bret,
Mm-hmm.
you would have built another megastar without even one.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You would have had Rock on that high powered rocket up his ass way sooner.
Oh, yeah. Shoot him to the moon.
It would have. The double turn at Mania 13 between Bret and Austin is the thing that Austin needed, other than the 96 King of the Ring.
Right.
Is
Is that the one where Austin was busted open and then got put in the sharpshooter for a lengthy period of time before he passed out? Okay. I was trying to think. Which one was it?
To me personally, I think if it boiled down to it, folks, if you could have got Bret and Rock sooner, you would have then had another megastar way faster. And the Attitude Era would have probably gone on a little longer.
Probably.
It would have been, because
it started accelerated.
Mystery 16, but it really shifted into overdrive with Bret slowly embracing that heel turn. Babyface in Canada.
Yeah.
But hated in the States.
Yeah.
And that's something unique about Bret's career that I don't think people appreciate.
He could do
that.
both.
A guy that everywhere else around the world, when he was a heel, hated his fucking guts. He's at home country. It's like he's God walking down Main Street.
Yeah.
You know,
amazing.
It's just that literal. When it came to Bret Hart, he did not. This did not exemplify Bret.
There's no passion, there is no vision, there is no aggression, there is no fucking mindset in this football club.
He had
Bret
all of
had
it.
passion,
Passion,
Bret had
aggression,
drive,
everything. Oh, he had it.
Oh yeah, he did.
In spades.
It was all there.
Everything, yeah.
Everything
and the whole
was there.
Bret versus, yeah. And then the whole Bret versus Shawn thing, I finally watched an episode of WWE Rivals on Hulu and watched the whole thing. And it's amazing he and Shawn buried the hatchet because they are very friendly and at least respectful to each other when they see each other. They're never going to be friends, but at least they have that. Oh, they were?
They were in the early years. It was when Bret's drug use was getting pretty bad.
Oh my God.
Remember when Shawn's drug use was getting ugly?
It was becoming unbearable
That's
to
when
deal
it
with.
That's where it started.
Oh.
Shawn was starting his prima donna bullshit. Okay? Then you make the comment you wouldn't do the job going into Survivor Series. Go watch the special on Peacock with Shawn and Bret that they did with JR.
Oh, okay.
Because Bret connects the dots to things that Shawn has said he cannot remember because of how drugged up he was.
Damn.
Okay? Give you the best example about how much he should be thankful to Bret.
Yeah.
The infamous ass whooping in Rochester.
Oh, goddamn.
When they were, after they did a shot, they were going to a bar in the town, and Shawn shot his mouth off, and he got the fuck beat out of him.
Oh.
Because had Davey Boy not been there, and Owen not been there,
would have been worse.
It was way worse. And there were other wrestlers that were there that night helping Shawn. But let me tell you something. Had Bret been there, that shit would not have happened. Because Bret would have fucking decked him, and that would have been the end of the conversation, and it wouldn't have gotten to the level it would have gotten to. Okay?
Jeez.
What was your favorite Bret Hart match or moment?
Well, I mentioned him versus Davey Boy Smith at SummerSlam '92.
Mhm.
That was the one. And I mentioned him and Anvil versus Demolition for the WWF Tag Team Champions. Yeah.
I think for
Just
me,
I love the camaraderie between Bret and between the Hitman and Anvil. They just seem to just had a perfect, great chemistry, and they worked so well together. I mean,
to me
sad
personally,
Anvil wasn't there when he and Bret got inducted in the Hall of Fame in 2019.
Oh, you mean when somebody
Attacked Bret on stage with Natty next to him? Yeah, I remember that.
You mean the infamous night where somebody
That
got
one.
smart, thought it'd be okay to try and jump the ring?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Can we not talk about nuts, please?
Yeah. Oh, God.
But in all seriousness, for me, my favorite moment was the night he shoved Vince on his ass and let him have it.
Oh.
Because it was that was where you saw his final frustration of, I came back for the fans, I'm doing everything right, and you're all embracing the anti-hero. Okay, fuck you. Watch this.
Yep.
Because I think that and the stunner to Vince are what were the ultimate catalysts to bring forth Mr. McMahon.
Yep.
But folks,
yep.
Mention we've seen some matches, but mention your favorite moment in the chat because, well,
Please.
got one more thing left to do.
Oh, here we go.
And before we go any further, I'm going to issue this warning one more time.
Warning. The following scene contains language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
All right. Enough dilly-dally. To the main event.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Time for the main event.
I was hoping to avoid this
Oh, boy.
this week because we had a very twisted guest. Tried to give him as much attention as possible. But during the commercial break, we had an intruder.
Uh-oh.
The silent alarm.
Hmm.
And this cocksucking motherfucking piece of shit. Just
He tried to break.
Yeah, I know. He tried to break one of your fingers.
He tried breaking one of my fingers. No, he actually tried to break two of my fingers.
He tried to break one of my bones, but I ain't going to tell you which bone.
Ah, no. Please don't. Ow. Please don't.
Well, it's technically a muscle, but we won't do that.
No, we're not going to go there.
Yeah, we're not going to give everybody a mass emotional damage, I promise.
Can't miss comedy, folks.
I'm going to try not to, cause anybody too much, But he looks like, and this is not me being mean to the LGBTQ community or anything, but he looks like the Butch if he was a lesbian.
Oh.
With a beard.
Oh, God.
And he looks like Austin Powers with the fucked up teeth. I shut the rope, baby, yeah. He looks like the mutant child of Dave Meltzer and Kevin Dunn.
Not those two.
He looks like the British mutant child of Her Majesty, late Majesty the Queen,
Oh.
and Vince Russo.
Oh.
Well, they tried to fuck a football with a micro penis.
Oh, goddamn.
Pete Dunne.
Fat man, how'd you get here?
Your angel of death awaits.
You ain't the bat.
Pete Dunne. Where do I begin? That fuzz on your chin looks like you shaved your pubes and glued it. You look like Scott Titterman from South Park before Cartman came upstairs and fed it to him. And you're chilling. Here you are talking about bangers. Were you banging your own ass with with a horse's dick? Oh wait, you were using Tyler Bates. I'm sorry, Tyler. To insult you, but dude, look at the camel toe, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like he's actually stuffing it. Look right here. If you look closely, folks, Pete Dunne looks like a kid that he looks like Pigpen on crack from Peanuts. He looks like a hobo, a football, two gay monkeys, and talking about Samoan butt sex, trying to form a child in the mutated womb of Lucifer.
Oh, damn, not Lucifer.
Oh, please, Satan's afraid of my ass.
Oh, he is. He is.
We are gonna have so much fun together.
Okay? Pete Dunne, you have for months gone after Sheamus. You go after Trick Williams. What is your beef with Sheamus? So big deal, Brawling Brutes fell apart. Dude, you could have just said, okay, time to regroup. You've constantly interfered in shit. I would love to have seen you pull that shit with the tribal chief. He'd have kicked you in the dick, laughed, pointed, hit you with a spear, kicked you in the dick again, not giving one flying fuck, and afterward looked at Paul Heyman and said, okay, that was fun. Who's for Chinese and what's for lunch? Oh, wait, we can go for Chinese for lunch. Fuck that. What's for dinner?
Oh, there you go.
Okay?
Bruce, hurry! Rachel's gonna die!
Let me explain something
There
to
you go.
you, Peter, with a mini tweeter. Done. You had to use a shillelagh to get involved in Sheamus's matches. I'm going to tell you right now that shillelagh looks like a deformed penis off a wooden mannequin. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Okay? I got a walking cane that's harder than that damn thing. And it lasts longer too. That moment was brought to you by the folks at Blue Chew. Blue Chew, holla at me. Give us a sponsorship, okay? Sponsor the Wrestling Asylum. We promise. No mention of E-Dukes. You have our word.
mention of them.
Even though we love you, Dukes.
Sorry, Dukes.
Dukes is busy getting a sponsorship for Jergens, but I digress. But Pete Dunne, dude, shave, bro. You look like a homeless hobo, desperately looking to get laid.
Oh boy.
And I know you're either dating or married or something, but goddamn, shave, bro. For the love of God, shave. I mean, seriously. Looks like you shaved a woman's vagina and stuck her hair in it. God damn, that beard looks horrendous. It looks like you didn't shave your pubes for 6 months. You need Manscaped, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to steal the line that Stone Cold did when he was chewing out CM Punk back in 2011, here's a razor. It's a gimmick called a razor. You shave your face, clean up your hair and shit, and you look decent. Then you get this thing called soap and wash your nasty ass and mouth and balls with it. Okay? Done. You snuck into my home, thought I wouldn't notice, thought you could break the doctor's hand.
Yeah. How dare you?
Unfortunately, we don't condone that in here.
No.
What we do instead is a steaming pile. Well, you're going to be a steaming pile of ash in about 30 seconds or so.
You are.
Before that, Doc, would you like to say anything to the soon-to-be departed?
Yeah. Petey, as Trick Williams called you in his diss track.
Petey with no Tweety.
Petey with no Tweety, or you just a big butch. Also said by Trick Williams in the diss track.
Wait. Oh, some of that pudding pie. That's what he sounds like.
Yeah, that's what he sounds
Go
like.
ahead, Doc.
Okay, you broke in here and you tried to break my, this hand right here. Excuse me, motherfucker, I'm right-handed. Don't touch this. And also, what the fuck did Trick Williams ever do to you? You're just sitting there jealous as fuck that he's over. He was NXT champion. You weren't. Clearly something wrong there.
You were NXT UK champion and you got your ass beat by Gunther.
By Gunther, yeah. Gunther
You got
whooped your
your
ass
ass
even
beat
after
by
you
Gunther.
tried to break his fingers.
And here's the worst of it. Peter with the mini tweeter done.
He's just a big bush.
You haven't had the balls in how many years to step to your greatest rival,
Are you scared of him?
aka Walter, your greatest rival. You have had no balls.
You're a pussy.
None.
Coward.
You are a chicken shit. You are disproving what William Regal saw in you.
Right. I mean, shit. You could have stepped up to Walter or Gunther and told him, "I challenge you for the World Heavyweight Championship." No, you're too busy being a jealous little pansy going after probably one of the coolest and most over dudes in NXT, and Trick Williams.
You ain't
Trick wins at last man. No, Trick wins the last man standing match and leaves you in the dust.
So, with that being said,
yes,
before we electrocute this dumpster stain,
this dumpster stain Soraya's brother mistook for a girl. If you watch Fighting with My Family, if you know, you know. Yeah, it's the hair. It was the hair. It was the disgusting hair. Yes, I know. It's so gross.
Now that's a headline.
did it have little braids in it and shit?
It probably did.
Emotional, damn it!
I'm gonna have, I might need some of, well, even though she's married, I'm gonna need the picture of Beth Phoenix and Natty and Bailey.
I will have the the Divas of Doom and Bailey. Somebody please picture. Where is it? He needs it.
But Pete Dunne, it is time for you to pay the piper.
Yes.
3, 2, and folks, please be aware, have a gas mask nearby. You might smell burning pubes.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a live one here. Oh, there'll be a hot time in the old town tonight. I'm glad you're dead. I'm glad you did.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. We need the hazmat team in there ASAP.
You want to talk about that? I am declaring this portion of the asylum a level 10 biohazard. We smell burnt feces, and folks,
hair that's
the first time,
greasy as shit.
for the first time ever, we smell burnt pubes. And I'm not talking about pubes like on the show Big Mouth. Ew.
No, it's so
Pube.
bad. No.
Let me talk to you.
Speaking of, hold up.
He's so fucking disgusting.
I'm about to make the call.
Okay.
Yeah, it's me. Bert pubes. Yeah.
Oh.
What do you mean there's pubes in your butt?
No! No, not again. Oh no.
We're not talking anal this time, sir.
No.
You mean to tell me that's where the... This is the portion of the show? Yes, boss, and I'm so proud of it.
Yeah, same.
But folks,
Oh.
another week in the books. 3 weeks straight.
Yeah.
Good guess. I'm not complaining, y'all.
No, I'm
It's
not either.
We had a wild child, a Norse god, and a clown today.
Mm-hmm.
Almost as twisted as yours truly, but I think he's a little more twisted than me. Shout out to Twisted Jester. If you didn't see it, the interview earlier after the show, make sure you watch the replay and check it out and like, share, and subscribe, all those things. But Doc,
Yes.
I think we know what's going on here tonight. What are you going to be doing?
Well, besides I'll be watching All Out and see if Mr. Strickland can turn that unsanctioned steel cage match into his house, amongst other things, and
Good luck
beat
with
Hangman
that.
into some. Oh yeah,
I smell shenanigans.
shenanigans. Yeah.
I smell the worst type of shenanigans.
Oh God.
Yep.
There's gonna be a lot of shenanigans.
And it won't be from Prince Nana. It won't be from Prince Nana.
No. Oh God, I don't want it to be from Prince Nana. Definitely not from Prince Nana.
Ain't gonna be from Prince Nana. I know who it's gonna be.
No. Oh.
I know what Hangman's gonna do. Somebody.
Oh God, is he?
You're gonna get blood.
Yeah. Blood amongst other things. Thank you, Pinky.
But I'm gonna say this for what it is. Jack Perry, you're gonna get your fucking head kicked in.
You're gonna die, Jack Perry.
I smell the Renegade Twins screwing Hikaru Shida.
Of course. I don't.
Although,
love Shida, but I don't see her winning.
Although,
Yeah.
I just had an idea.
Oh.
We need a doctor to handle business.
DMD?
Yep. I also
Britt Baker.
I also smell somebody's return to restore law and order. And finally put the Bucks in their place.
Mm-hmm.
Enough.
Yeah. And will there be a surprise appearance that breaks the internet? Well, besides Mr. Omega, I don't know.
I think Darby's going to answer the call,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I know why. All the signs are there.
Yes.
It's Shane.
It's Shane.
Something doesn't add up.
No. It's like, what are Mox and Marina Shafir planning? How does it involve Darby? And does it involve someone else like, say, for instance, Shane?
Yep.
Question,
5 clowns. Thank you.
5 clowns. Yes.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I think, here's my honest opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to have the Elite run their mouth.
Yep. Obviously.
Tony Khan goes, I've tried. I don't want to get in the middle of this.
Help.
But I have no choice.
I have to bring in a big gun here.
I have no choice. Somebody needs to restore balance.
Mm-hmm.
These fans all around respect this man.
Yes.
And if there's any one man that can bring some sort of sanity and control, he looks at Daniels and goes, I love you, but you don't need to do this.
Would you be cool with stepping aside, Shane?
Or turns around and goes, I'm going to be doing the regular stuff, but to handle this roster, Matt and Nick, you no longer have power.
You're done.
You are now just talent.
Mm.
Guess what?
There's a new sheriff in town.
Out walks Shane. But Shane... But Shane walks out with Marina Shafir and Moxley. Out
new sheriffs in town.
Out walks Darby. In order for it to work, you need a cornerstone.
Yes. Darby is that, a cornerstone.
Darby would be that big cornerstone.
Exactly. His success in AEW clearly speaks for itself.
Or if Darby says no, there is another.
Sting. No, I don't think so. No, I don't know why.
An absolute.
The absolute. Ricky Starks. There you go.
He's still signed.
And he needs something to do, so this would be perfect.
It would be perfect. And he could sit and really, really get it.
Oh, yeah.
I will say this.
He wants to go after. There you go.
I'm intrigued to see what they're going to do. But folks, thank you for tuning in this week. It was worth everything. I am glad we had our Twisted guest here today. Twisted Jester, feel free to drop by anytime.
Anytime.
You are always welcome here.
Where does Mock stand? Well, hey, wait a minute, with my big Mike's respect. The other question: am I still?
I was waiting for that one.
Yeah. The other question: will I still be Inter-Podcast champion at the end of All Out? Because Warren, you are the most awesome dude, one of the most awesome people I know. I said this to you before: may the better person win. I still want to retain my championship, though. But may the best person win.
I've only won once, and I think I know who I beat. I'm gonna give my one. I want to give my one time to beating Dukes.
Yay!
I beat him for a championship, and then I lost it clean back the following month. God
damn! Oh God!
That's okay.
We'll see if I'm. But we'll find out after all. It's either and new or and still. We'll find out.
If it's and still, and somehow I pull off an upset, shit.
Wrestling Asylum is going to be dripping in gold.
Wait, shit. But folks, I expect you to enjoy All Out tonight. What surprises are going to be in store? Is Swerve going to go off the deep end? We'll see.
Oh,
I think we all know if they're going to if the Elite wants to pull out all the stops to crown Jack Perry champion, there's only one man to stop him. You will bear witness
and
to
also
the
stop
return.
Christian Cage from cashing in. Mm-hmm.
I think Omega stops it all.
Be like, nope, and nope.
And truth be told, you put that fucking belt on Christian, you will lose that base.
And title will lose credibility because of Christian holding it, because he'll have that damn thing in the death grip.
Yeah, because that's getting to be. I'm not the Christian, but
no,
the patriarchy.
Old, boring.
Psst, psst, Mama Wayne, holla at your boy.
Miss Shayna Wayne.
Mm.
Right there. You mind?
There's a reason some
Come
friends.
on.
Hang on. There's a reason why some of my friends call me the MILF Hunter.
And
But
Nick Wayne,
folks-
you need to grow the fuck up, dude. Come on.
Oh, please. I'd take a 2x4 just to bash his head in. No, I'll spare the 2x4. When I think of Mama Wayne, I think of this. Mama Wayne just got that milk. Mama Wayne got that milk ass. I'm just saying.
But the funny thing is, I don't think Mama Wayne could smack her own booty like Bailey can.
I don't know. I mean, she might be able to clap something. I mean, damn, even Michael Cole said hell yeah.
Michael Cole's loving it right now.
Coincidence? I think not.
But folks,
It's not a coincidence.
Doc, what are you up to this week? Tell the people.
Well, you can find me in the usual places at Writing Cat, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I am going to be watching football because tomorrow is the full beginning of the season, but I also will be watching All Out tonight. So, because I am super intrigued by everything that's going on right now.
Tell them where to find you.
Of course, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Writing Cat. I'm on YouTube. I talk football, amongst other crap, of course. So that's what I'm doing.
You don't know how to find me. I'm always looking around my home. I'll be watching football. Pretty soon, hockey and basketball. Goddamn.
Damn, hockey too.
But folks,
go Knights, go.
Damn Skippy.
Yeah.
Yeet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But again, folks, thank you for showing the love, because without you, we couldn't do this. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, stay notified. Baby mama, baby daddy, Google Plus, your sister's ass, the Pony Express, Telegraph. Don't forget to support our friends over at W Energy, Dream Alive University, and Get So Laced. Check out the bling, check out the hoodies. Yep. Make sure you kick the coffee habit. And, of course, if you missed the ladies of Black Hearts Angels, make sure you catch the replay here on the network. And tomorrow night, the boys are back in town. Last week of wrestling. Blackheart and the whole rest of the crew. Uncle Fats, E. Dukes, Warren, Big Mike.
What?
Will we get a new champion? Will Big Mike finally regain the throne from the grip of Miss Charcy?
Will I still be
Will my doctor retain her championship, or will Mr. American Prodigy win the gold? We'll find out after tonight.
We will. Yeah.
Folks, tune in to All Out right now. For myself, for the doctor, we want to say thank you to the gods up above for these guests this week.
Well, it's time to retire. Feel free to drop in.
But I know everybody's feeling it, so I'm going to close out how we feel. Enjoy All Out, and see you next week. But until then, keep it oozy, baby.
Big Willie style's already
Very oozy.
with it.
Very oozy.
With it.
Very oozy. Very oozy.
With it.
My life is nothing but a comedy.